The key of respect. The Machiavellian secret to unshakable power. You've spent your whole life trying to be liked, and what did it bring you? Disrespect, betrayal. People who take you for granted because they know you'll never fight back. Machiavelli said it best. People love you only when it costs them nothing. But when crossing you has a price, they begin to fear you. And in the game of power, fear is worth 10 times more than love. This is the key of respect. The death of approval. When you finally turn that key, something inside you changes. You stop chasing people. You stop lowering yourself for validation. You become dangerous. One of those rare people others think twice before lying to, before disrespecting, before using. Because the world does not reward the agreeable, it rewards the unbreakable. The moment you stop caring to be liked, you gain something far greater: control. And when you have control, people suddenly start liking you again, because they're afraid not to. We're taught from childhood to play nice. Teachers reward the obedient student who never questions authority. Employers praise the loyal worker who never complains. Even in relationships, we're told, just be nice, people will love you. But Machiavelli saw through the illusion. Love fades, approval shifts, but respect endures. When you build your life on being liked, you gamble your worth on something anyone can counterfeit. People learn to threaten you by withholding affection. They manipulate you with silence. They control you with the fear of disapproval. The Machiavellian lesson. Look at history. Kings who sought love were overthrown. CEOs desperate for approval destroyed their companies. Politicians obsessed with popularity polls ended up powerless. Machiavelli warned princes never to depend on the love of the people, because love is voluntary, it is emotional, fleeting. But fear, or more precisely, respect, is logical, predictable, durable. People may love you and still betray you if it benefits them, but if betrayal carries a cost, they think twice. The psychology of power. In modern life, nothing has changed. In business, the man who commands respect gets better deals than the man who tries to be liked. In relationships, the one with firm boundaries is valued more than the one who sacrifices everything for peace. In friendship, the person who can walk away is never disrespected. Being liked isn't evil, but needing to be liked is, because it puts your self-worth in someone else's hands. If people sense your addiction to approval, they will use it. They will manipulate you like a puppet, and you'll thank them for pulling the strings. Turning the key within. The first step to respect isn't external, it's internal. You must kill your addiction to approval. You must be completely at peace with being disliked, even hated, if it means protecting your dignity. When you stop begging for affection, you become immune to manipulation. You stop being an emotional beggar waiting for crumbs of validation. And people feel that shift immediately. They see someone who no longer explains themselves, someone who doesn't need permission to exist, someone who's comfortable being misunderstood. And strangely, that's when they start admiring you. Because power attracts admiration. Weakness attracts exploitation.
The 5 Machiavellian laws of respect. Let's make it practical. Machiavelli's philosophy gives us 5 laws, 5 unbreakable rules to command instant respect. Law 1. Silence is stronger than defense. Weak men over-explain. They justify every choice, every no, every mistake. But the more you explain, the less people respect you. Power speaks through silence. When challenged, speak less, not more. A calm silence makes others question their own words. Law 2. Withdraw approval, never chase it. When someone disrespects you, don't argue. Withdraw your attention. Remove your energy. Approval from you must be rare and expensive. When people lose it, it must sting. A weak man pleads to be loved. A powerful one lets others earn their way back, if he even allows them to. Law 3. Detach from emotion. Most people lose respect because they lose composure. Anger, pleading, overreaction all reveal need. Machiavelli admired rulers who stayed cold under fire. The colder you remain, the more others fear misjudging you. Never let them see what breaks your calm. Law 4. Be unpredictable. Predictability breeds weakness. If people know you always forgive, always compromise, always stay, you've already lost power. Keep them guessing. Change your patterns. Sometimes reward, sometimes withdraw. Uncertainty keeps you safe, because no one can control what they can't predict. Law 5. Enforce boundaries without warning. Don't threaten, don't announce, act. If someone crosses a line, cut access. No drama, no speech, just silence and distance. Machiavelli taught rulers to punish swiftly and decisively, to leave no room for negotiation. When you enforce boundaries quietly, your actions roar louder than any words. These 5 laws work because they strike at the root of all disrespect, the assumption that you need people. The man who needs nothing holds all the cards. When others realize you're willing to walk away, they stop testing you. Respect is built on consistency. Not one loud act, but a reputation. A man who never begs, who never explains, who never chases. Over time, people stop challenging him because they already know how it ends. The cold lesson of scarcity. Imagine a meeting. Someone publicly belittles you. A weak man laughs it off or defends himself endlessly. A powerful man goes silent. He meets the offender's eyes, says calmly, "We'll revisit this later," then ends the conversation. No emotion, no scene, just consequences later, quietly delivered. That silence will echo louder than any argument. Machiavelli believed that fear, disguised as respect, must be cultivated deliberately. When people know that crossing you has a cost, they stop gambling with your boundaries. Scarcity and power. Power obeys one law. Scarcity creates value. Most people do the opposite. They give unlimited access to their time, their energy, their loyalty. They overstay, over-explain, over-invest, and make themselves worthless. If you want people to fear losing you, master 3 principles. Never over-invest. Give no more than you receive. Stop giving infinite favors or attention. The more freely you give, the less it's valued. Leave on time. If someone disrespects you or undervalues you, disappear. No lecture, no closure, just absence. Silence burns deeper than words. Make your presence rare. Don't be constantly available. Don't reply instantly. Don't attend every invitation. When you're everywhere, you become invisible. When you're rare, you become unforgettable. Scarcity plus consequence equals power. It's not cruelty, it's strategy. When people fear losing you, they speak carefully. They think twice before lying. They calculate before disrespecting. That's not manipulation. That's self-respect executed with precision. Machiavelli wrote that generosity breeds greed. The more freely you give, the less gratitude you receive. Distance, however, makes presence valuable. Silence makes words powerful. Scarcity makes affection sacred. The aura of mystery. Every powerful leader knows this. Familiarity breeds contempt. Mystery breeds awe. Those who are always visible become ordinary. Those who appear rarely become legends. Learn to vanish. Let people wonder what you're thinking, who you're meeting, what you're planning. When you return, your presence feels like an event. Even in daily life, answer later, speak less, keep something hidden. People don't admire what they fully understand. They admire what they can't quite grasp. Be partly revealed. When you speak less than you know and reveal less than you feel, your silence becomes magnetic. The Machiavellian presence. With time, others will learn. When you speak, it matters. When you move, the ground shakes. You stop living like a performer begging for applause and start living like the man who owns the stage. If people believe they can live without you, they'll treat you as replaceable. If they fear losing you, they'll treat you as priceless. That's respect. Not when they admire you, but when they calculate the cost of crossing you and decide it's too expensive. The final lesson. Machiavelli understood the harsh truth. People value what's rare. They fear what's costly. Your job is to be both. Distance doesn't make you cold. It makes you important. Fewer words don't make you weak. It makes you weighty. Less availability doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you scarce. Stop explaining yourself. Stop giving unlimited access. Stop chasing approval. When people start wondering what you think, instead of telling you what they think, you've already won. The transformation. You rise from the obedient servant of approval to the cold, deliberate architect of respect. When others see that your kindness is a choice, not a weakness, they adapt. Those who matter stay. Those who don't fade away. And when you finally speak, each word lands like law. This is the Machiavellian transformation. From the need to please to the mastery of presence. If this opened your eyes, if you're tired of being liked and ready to be respected, don't just watch and forget. Share it with someone still living for approval. Because the game of power doesn't wait. And from this moment on, neither should you.